think is a fundamental of our democratic process.
Ever since the beginning of this campaign, the one event that is the constant throughout has been my dad doing town halls, which means when the candidate is literally there to answer questions to an audience in an open forum, you can ask anything you want and he will answer. And I think my dad's really the only politician I've ever seen that lets the person that disagrees with him be heard and then respond to what he has to say afterwards. So I've always respected that about my dad, and I think a lot of people that actually go out to town halls and disagree with him in the beginning obviously respect that as well. And I love town halls. It's by far my favorite part of campaigning. If we didn't do town halls, it'd probably make things a lot less interesting because it's the true root of democracy and the whole campaign experience, because you get to actually hear from people and what they have to say, both good and bad. And I think my dad is by far the best I've ever seen, and I have seen a lot of people other than my dad, and I think the reason why he became a politician in the first place is so he could debate people and talk with them and be open to their ideas. And more than once, someone has come to the town hall and explained their position on something and changed his mind, or at least opened his mind to the issue. And I think that for me, what is so interesting is that it's truly the last forum that you can ask a politician honestly their questions or positions on an issue, and that they have to answer it to your face, and you can decide for yourself whether or not this is the person you want to represent you as your president or not. So it's really interesting to see, and I love it, and I think it's fascinating and a really important part of our history, and I can only hope that those that come after him will continue the tradition. The campaign keeps changing and morphing and getting bigger, and we recently have Secret Service with us now, which was a hard adjustment for everyone, and it's been weird to sort of have so many people around, people that you don't know, when in the beginning it was such a tight-knit family and I literally knew every single person and every single job they did, and now it's harder because there's so many new people coming on, and that doesn't mean it's necessarily a bad thing, it just means it keeps getting bigger. And what makes me still happy is that there are this really core group of people, and the staff and the volunteers and people that are still around us that were here since the beginning. So it still is a family. It's just becoming a bigger family. And although it's sometimes hard for me, I do know that this is what we worked for, and this is why we're here. And it is a national campaign now, since my dad is the presumptive nominee. And I'm really grateful to be here and to be doing this.
I can see how ridiculous I look in there. Put your hands up. Take off. I'm scared.